Hi there. So yesterday it went a little long. I think it was a 17-minute video. This one should be a little bit shorter. And we're looking at teaching set number 7. So we're on 4NF4, teaching set number 7. So again, you can grab these in Google Classroom, Class Dojo as a picture, or if you want a hard copy of it, and you can't print yours off, you can go to Scootme between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. Ask them for a 4th grade math packet, and they will have a copy of it there for you. We have it in Spanish too if you would like it in Spanish. Actually, maybe not this set, but I know I printed off the MD set that's coming. I know that I printed that off in Spanish. Okay, so we're comparing whether our answer is greater than or less than 1. Okay, so if it's less than 1, it's going to go in this side. If it's greater than 1, it's going to go in this side. All right, so we're going to look at these numbers. I'm going to write these up on the board, and so you can, they're bigger, because it's hard to write on that paper, and now that I have an amazing whiteboard, that's what we get to use. Okay, so the first one. 4 times 1/2 equals. Okay, so remember our whole number goes over 1. Okay, you're just over 1. So, and then we multiply the numerator straight across and the denominator straight across. So 4 times 1 equals 4. 1 times 2 equals 2. So now we're looking at this fraction here. It's an improper fraction because the numerator is greater than the denominator. Improper. So we want to divide. That's all that line means. That means divided by. 4 divided by 2. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. So is that less than 1 or greater than 1? Yep. So this one's greater. Okay, so I'm going to put in red, if I can open it, greater. Oh, can you see that? Oh, you can't see that very well, can you? Greater. Greater than. Okay, next one. 6 times 1/4. 6 times 1/4. Again, 6 goes over 1. Then we multiply the numerator straight across and the denominator straight across. So 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 4 is 4. In this case, we can't just do 6 divided by 4. So we would actually divide it. So 6, doing long division. If you can't just see it, you could pull 4 out of here. You're pulling 1 whole out of here. 4/4, and what's left over? 2/4. So some of you can do that, but some of you need to do it this way, and that's fine. How many times does 4 go into 6? 1. 4 times 1 is 4. Then we subtract. 6 take away 4 is 2. So our answer is 1 2/4. So is it greater than 1? Yes. So this one is greater than. Okay. Next one is 2 times 2/5. 2 times, and notice that when you're multiplying by a fraction, your answer actually is going to be smaller. So 4 times 1/2, it's cutting this number into smaller parts. So 2. 6, we started with 6 times 1/4. We came out with 1 2/4, much smaller than the 6. Okay, so when you multiply by a fraction, it actually makes your answer smaller. Your answer is going to be smaller than what you started with here. Okay? So 2 times 2/5. 2 times 2 times, not 2 and. 2 times 2/5. So 2 is over 1. 2 times 2 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. Okay, so now this is just a regular fraction. Okay, it's not improper. So this is our answer. Our answer is 4/5. So is that greater than or less than 1? Yep. So this one's less than 1. So pop that up into that less than box. So far you should, yep, so this one's greater than. The 4 times 1/2 is greater than. 6 times 1/4 is greater than. And 2 times 2/5 is less than. That's what we have so far. I'm going to erase this so we can, because I can't go down much further. You wouldn't be able to see very well. So, okay. We're on 4 times 3/7. 4 times 3/7. Okay, 4 times 3/7. 4 goes over 1. So 4 times 3, multiply the numerators. 4 times 3 is 12. 1 times 7 is 7. Okay, now even without solving this, you're going to know if I get an improper fraction, that means that I can pull 1 out of there. So technically, you don't even have to solve this to know this is greater than 1. If your numerator is greater than your denominator, then it's greater than 1. But I'm going to do the division anyway, just so you guys kind of get used to doing that and changing an improper fraction into a mixed number. Okay? So this equals 12 divided by 7. You could also, again, you could take out 7/7. There's your 1 whole. And then what is 12 take away 7? 11, right? I mean, 7 fourths. 5. Sorry, my brain is not working. It's thinking of lots of things at the same time. So your answer is 1 5/7 is how you would write that as a mixed fraction. Or doing it this way. How many times does 7 go into 12? 1. 1 times 7 is 7. 7 take away 12, we just did it here, is 5. 1 and 7, or 5/7. 1 and 5/7. So that's how you would write it as a mixed number. But again, just to answer what this is asking, you don't even have to do that. But it's good practice. Okay, and then the last one, 3 times 4/5. So 3, make sure you can see that, 3 times 4/5. So 3 is over 1. 3 times 4 is 12. 1 times 5 is 5. Numerator is greater than the denominator, so it is greater than 1. But I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to pull it out. So I'm going to do it one way this way. So 5/5. That's my 1 whole. And then 12 take away 5. And we just did it up there. It's opposite. Is 7. Wait a second. That's why, okay, yep. So 7, so right there I was going to write 7/5. Well, 7/5, 7 is still greater than 5. So, well, yeah, let's do that. 7/5. Well, that's still greater than 5, so I can still pull out another 5. I can pull out another whole. And then 7 take away 5 equals 2. So, Mr. O'Brady's, you may have done it this way. That's why I'm showing you. But you can also do it this way. 12 divided by 5, which I actually prefer doing it this way. That's why I've been showing you this way. So how many times does 5 go into 12? 5, 10. So 2. 5 times 2 is 10. 2 take away 0 is 2. So your answer is 2 2/5. 2, and 2/5. So here would be 1 whole, 2 wholes, and 2/5. Right? But you don't have to do it this way. Don't freak out. If you can do it this way, perfect. Okay, don't freak out if you can't do it this way, but you can do it this way, perfect. All right, so let's move on to, so those should have gone in your boxes up above. And you may not be able to, I think you can type in there. So hopefully you can type in there. I noticed that it's number 1, and number 1, just now too. Write each expression so you're doing the same thing. So 3 times 1/2. And this is the only other one I'm going to do. 3 times 1/2 equals, so 3/1. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. Numerator is greater than the denominator, so it is greater than. 3 divided by 2. 2 goes into 3 1 time. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 take away 2 is 1, so 1 and 1/2. 1 and 1/2. Okay, so that one's greater than. Put that in the greater than 1 side. 7 times 1/8. 7 times 1/8 equals, so this one's pretty easy. 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, 7 times. So it's going to be 7/8. Okay, so 7, 1 times 8 is 8. So that one is less than. 7 is less than 8, so less than. Less than 1. The next one is 6 times 1/5. I can do one more down here, can't I? 6 times 1/5 equals, 6 times 1 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. Numerator is greater than the denominator, so that's greater than 1 whole. So that's 5 divided by 6. 5 goes into 6 1 time. 5 times 1 is 5. And we subtract. So we have 1 and 1/5. 1 and 1/5. Okay, so that one's greater than. Remember, you can also pause the video too if you needed to. And rewind if you need to. That's what's nice about having it recorded. You can watch it again and rewind and pause all you want. So the next one, 5 times 2 sevenths. 5 times 2 sevenths. Okay, whole number goes over 1. Multiply straight across. 5 times 2 is 10. 1 times 7 is 7. Whole number, so it's greater than 1. So the numerator is greater than the denominator. So I could, if you've also noticed, you're subtracting. So if I pulled out 7, if I pulled 7 out of here, that's what I'm doing. I'm saying, okay, that's going to give me 1. So here's 1 whole, 7 sevenths. And I know that 10, then you go 10 take away 7 is 3. So you have 1 and 3 sevenths. Or do your division, long division. How many times does 7 go into 10? 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 10 take away 7 equals 3. So we have 1 and 3 sevenths. Okay, 1 and 3 sevenths. And the last one there. 6 times 4 fifths. Right? 6 times? 6 times 4 fifths. So the 6 is over 1. 6 times 4 is 24. 1 times 5 is 5. So this is way bigger than 1. Way bigger. So 24 divided by 5. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. 5 would be one too many, so 4 times. 5 goes into 24, 4 times without going over. 5 times 4 is 20, and we subtract. 4 take away 0 is 4. So 4 and 4/5. 4 and 4/5. All right, so that goes in the greater than 1 side. You can cross off this bottom one, or you can do it as extra practice if you want to. And then you have your student set, number 7. So student set number 7, you have 3 of them there to do. Go ahead and do those, turn them in, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.